He was meeting with his top military advisors to plan an all-out war in Iran.
Is keeping all options on the table.
You're gonna put boots on the ground? It sure looks like it.
Not seem to be if, it seems to be when.
And cue the fire. The Republicans are panicking. The Democrats are panicking. The people are panicking. I mean, for a good reason. And I have some intel that there might be some, along with panicking, boots on the ground. No, bravo, that can't be. Yeah, I know. And we have a midterm coming up. Do we do it before or do we do it after? They're panicking because reserves are running dry. Bravos's hair mousse is almost out. It's not open, and refining cracks are spreading. Scott wants people to bring down those prices at the pumps. I don't know if that's going to happen, Scott, but it was nice to ask. When you have strategic petroleum reserves gone. Hey, Bravo, I thought the war's over. Everything's good. There's ceasefire. And do you know why? Would you like to play a little game of chess? So we'll do this. I'll let you listen, and then you decide what's going to happen or the next chess move.
So I think what the president has told us to do is use this MOU to sort of refill the world's oil economy, to refill some stocks, and then to see where the hand is.
News, when he said refill stocks, it's like, oh, you mean your boss? Also, is this just not Rome is falling? These are the signs when an empire is in sharp decline. Here's your presidential stock trades by presidents going back to 1990. Clinton, Bush again, Obama. Trump the first time, he did a little bit. Trump the second time, he did a lot. Gotta hand it to the guy. I mean, that's what my first rule, start business. Second rule, trade equities. Got that whole first part, starting businesses, some fail. And if it doesn't work out, just become a politician. And then definitely trade stocks. It's a win-win. Also, when these politicians come out, they're like, we are going to end the corruption in the White House and Congress and no more stock trading. Nancy Pelosi, they got all this insider information because they do. When a bill, they can see the bill. They're like, oh, we're going to be voting on that one? Oh, hold on just a second. Short. I'll tell you, the amount of money I would make if I had just a little bit of intel. I mean, this one I was up 76,000. I'm like, I got a screen record. This was a good crypto trade. I mean, Trump. This is Bitcoin, but Trump make that 76,000 into like 7 billion. Also, note to self. Do you see that red line right up there? That's called a stop loss. So even though my digits go up, put in a stop loss. Actually cashed out on that one rather than crashing out on that one. Oh, and here's a new one because you asked for it. Like how you told me. You said, hey, I want you to start a new channel where you just go deep into everything and you don't teach people how to trade their way out of it. No selling, no links, no nothing. You make no money on that. I'm like, okay. What I want you to do after that is start a private group where you make no money. Do everything for free. Okay. And then we could call you or text you and ruin your marriage. Okay. Because I want to see you trade live and I want to ask questions. Okay. But I have a requirement. You have to be serious trader. I'm only taking a handful of people because they cannot sit in a room and like, what's a candle? If you are serious about it, I'll leave a link in the description. Yes, just like my other channel, no strings attached. There is no strings attached. You guys have blessed me beyond belief. And I know a lot of you are more into like boots on the ground, war, the dollar, the end of the dollar. What is the dollar? Me explaining that. So I have to kind of break things up. People are like, can you do the trading later so I can just get the war stuff? Okay, guys, I think it's going to get really bad. Now, I trust, I mean, most people as far as you can throw them. Let's take this with a grain of salt. But come on. I mean, think about it. Iran, they control the strait. We can bomb them every single day. Ain't working. What's option B? Let's put boots on the ground. I think this is going to get really bad. Especially when you have the vice president. He's like, yeah, we're just taking a little pause here, getting some, the reserves filled up. Don, my boss, needs to make some trades. And after that, maybe we'll take this 2-week not war, this 2-week excursion, and maybe expand it.
I still believe that eventually the United States will be forced to use boots on the ground. In fact, you can argue that there's been a lot of preparation. You still have 60,000 American troops ready to go. They are staged and ready to go. And even though there's an MOU, they're still there. The MOU is really just buying time because right now it's really hot in Iran. And so you have to wait for cooler weather before you can launch a ground invasion. And so I think we are in a waiting game right now. But eventually, you will see boots on the ground.
What do you guys think? Boots on the ground after they do some refill? I mean, we do. We everyone's over there. What? Are you going to fix this? The reserves are dry. Oil, energy, control. Iran. They ain't I running. They're standing ground. They should be called I stand. For those of you that are wondering how long until elections, that would be November 3rd. We're in July. Currently have 33 seats up for election, and it ain't going the Republican way. It is actually going the Democratic way, the Dems, because for some reason people like Gavin Newsom, right? Also, California, sorry, your prices are all going up. Happy July 1st, Governor Gavin Gruesome Newsom of California has implemented a higher gas tax today because that will fix the homeless problem. And if you're wondering why I left California, you see the word continue to raise taxes forever. Also not safe in California. I mean, look at fellow YouTuber, kind of in my sandbox. He kind of goes out there and hits the street. I like a cool environment that I can show you the street. Nick, today, California Senate Committee held a hearing on the Stop J Bravo Act, known as AB 2. Yeah. So basically, he, you know, as he goes in and shows all the fraud, which I like to do here. That's like, oh, sorry, Nick, you got to go to jail. And that thing's going to be signed by Newsom. That you can't show people the fraud. That's terrible. Thinking like, who even cares? Like, look what Doge did. Elon goes in, shows everyone, and everyone then turns on Elon. It makes no sense. Look at all the criminal activity. Oh, Elon bad when I had and sold it. The Cybertruck, because it was I got one of the first ones. I'm like, yes, I would love that. I mean, I could have flipped it for $100,000. I did not. And in turn, I decided to drive around. Everyone flipped me off. Well, that's great. Here's a little change of pace. Did you know that when you're driving in a Lamborghini or a Ferrari, people will roll their windows down, be like, yeah, like, I love it. Cybertruck, not so much. So here's that bill, pass through Senate. It's going to hit Newsom's desk. This bill was created by the Attorney General's wife and will allow him to go after citizens if they film nonprofits and immigration support service providers. Great. There you have it. Rome has fallen. You better believe it that I'm going to run. I saw that one comment, like, you're a coward. No, I'm just not stupid. I also would prefer to keep my money than to give it up. Why anyone in their right mind? What, 15% more? Nuts. A federal of 38%, right? Are we at 38 plus 15? I don't want to do the 38. And this is like the working folk. This isn't even the folk that get it, that understand that in a debt-based system, the rich live by debt. And then they tell the normies or the institutionalized people, debt is bad. And I come here and try to explain this and use debt is bad. Yes, credit card debt. Yes, being going in and clocking out. Bad. I'm trying to get you past that. Also, this is really bad. Look at the layoffs. This is the largest number of employee notified layoffs, like since ever. Manufacturing sector saw the largest number of employees notified. This is layoffs for June. We're trying to ramp up for Christmas. When I say it's going to get bad, or it is bad, because it is bad, but they'll tell you it's good, the gas prices are going to be at zero. And thank you, Scott, for breaking all-time records in money. To money supply, and what people don't understand, there's actually... We are in the globe. This is people chasing dollars, we're actually short dollars. So what you're going to see is DXY go up, gold, silver, crypto go down. World is panicking. They're selling treasuries, which people be like, oh, selling treasuries, that's bad. No, they sell treasuries. What do you get when you sell a treasury? You get dollars. See, that's what they need. And they take those dollars and they're trying to prop up their own currency, and they can't. Basically, what you're seeing right now is, you know, those circus acts where you have plates spinning and then they light them on fire and there's like 20 of them. There's 20 of them. Right now, one of those plates that just was lit on fire is the Democratic Party, which, okay, we got some balance here. We got Republican, Democrat, but there's a whole new breed. It is socialism, and that is on fire. All of the kids in school have all been institutionalized, programmed. This guy is bad. Capitalism, bad. Socialism is good. See, you don't even want to go work, right? Just take a paycheck. Don't listen to Bravo and start a business, because then you'll just get your stuff stuck in the hair moose. You guys see these ships are... America's like, try going this way. They're stuck. They say it's actually Iran's like, this is worse than it being bombed. They're not getting out. Hey, guys, if your package from Amazon is not coming, now you know why. I'm going to say basically nothing looks good. All the data that I'm seeing is not good unless they cook it. I mean, I could be like, oh, look, you know, the dollar this way or that way. The world is short dollars. We are heading off of a cliff. No one sees it. Oh, but look at the stock market. No. Trade the stock market. Don't use that as a barometer of anything. And biggest contributor to GDP is a 50% reduction in imports, because consumer spending, that's you, have fallen off a cliff. Jobs, depends on how you want to look at it, right? I can cut that in 20 different ways. Investment is simple data centers as new home constructions also falls off a cliff, and your exports are way down. The good news is it looks like government's up. And I don't know if you guys caught that. I did it probably a month ago. I said they're adding IRS agents. That way, when you go to Vegas, this is unbelievable. I just got this today. Try to make sense of this math here. If you go to Vegas, number one, requires detailed diary. Okay, June. Yeah, that's now. Check. You make let's say you make $100,000, which. That's probably impossible. Let's go with the narrative for those of you that think that Vegas is the way to go, hitting those slots. You do know you're going to lose all of it. Mathematically, if it's a 51% not in your favor, the more you play, you lose all of it. That's why they're like, please come back. Here, free room, free everything, free food, free. You want to eat at our troughs, which those actually are, they lose money. That's why they're not in Vegas anymore. I think there's probably 4. But anywho, 100,000 you make, and then you lose the 100,000. Do you have to pay any taxes? The answer is yes. They call it phantom income. Great. I know exactly what you're saying. Wait, if I make 100,000, but if I lose it, sorry. Actually, in the big beautiful bill, somehow they squeeze that one in too. Now, the big beautiful bill is amazing if you're a business owner like I, or like Trump, but maybe he doesn't gamble. I don't think he'd at the Trump Tower. Probably don't gamble. I don't see Trump as a gambler. I mean, yes, he does gamble with lives, but not, not a drinker, not a gambler, okay? He is a connoisseur of McDonald's, though. I am using the word sewer right, with McDonald's. Guys, here's something that you need to be frightened. Remember what the unwind, the carry trade, and everyone's like, what is this? I'm so confused. You are at historical, really bad levels. So Japan, China, everyone, sell the treasuries. We need dollars. We're short dollars. We got to get this down. They're panicking. South Korean won just hit its weakest level against the U.S. dollar since 2008. As this post says, the BOJ is preparing for an emergency. Oh yeah, intervention, which will reverse this liquidity flow. I know some of my traders out there, you'll see these Bollinger Bands, you see moving averages. You're like, I think I see a rising wedge. What you are seeing is a really ugly triangle that you broke out of, you retested it, and now you're going higher. And this at the same time that money supply, largest monthly increase in 5 years. And the world is short dollars. Look up my buddy George, who I've had on the channel a few times. See if he's posted, and he has. Maybe he can, different ways to explain it. We can go Jeff Snyder. I've actually personally hung out with him, and he's better like one-on-one. He's on a show, it is like Yoda. Whether it is Japan, India, South Korea, or Mr., it's the same problem. You've got dollar liabilities, asset liability. Everyone has loans because the dollar is only a loan. And there is not enough dollars. So you sell assets. That's what's happening. Oh, treasury. That's what I told you. To get dollars. Putting downward pressure on the assets. Yen, rupees, won, Bitcoin. We got a worldwide dollar problem. We got a plate spinning over here. The Democrats are just, these people aren't, these are socialists. I know it's Colorado, but it's like when a Dem beats out another Dem, because the other Dem is like a total communist, you're like, uh-oh. This guy posted a 15-term incumbent in Colorado. Diana has lost the Democrat primary to a 29-year-old socialist. Every state now has a Mandami. She's from Ethiopia, and she's like, yeah, we deserve 911. Right? What? I mean, look at what happened in New York, right? Remember that? The planes and stuff, and then... where are you guys at now? Talking about just living in a cuckoo world. Wrong is right, right is wrong, but we've been doing it for long enough. That's why I stick to trading. So in today's trade, which yes, I did trade, and I'm like, oh, okay, so we're going down. We're going down. And then we did a swing trade. Okay, so we all made money going down. That was it. And then found a bottom. Draw trend lines. You'll see where the bottom was. You'd know, like this is about it. It's extended. Put on a little RSI, a little MACD. Piggies get fed, hogs get slaughtered, came up, and I'm like, I'm going to short it right there. I know this is the no-no zone. Stay away. But I was waiting, and then it didn't hit it, and I said, okay, I'll go back to crypto. It did hit it over there, and then wee all the way home. Also, breaking news, if you want to learn how to trade, click the button right there. $2.99 for my online course. Lots of videos, just step by step. And then you got this one too. This is for my, inner circle. Familia. All that I ask is if you do apply for it, just know you're being vetted. You gotta know how to do it. If you don't know how to do it, I teach you there. Kind of on the channel. And with that, I love you. I will see you tomorrow because I work every single day of my life, even though I don't have to.